What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Eminem, and we back here to give you an in-depth look into our new, well, it's not actually new, it's actually an older version of our Elite Macho King Jacket. We made this one back with the original Macho King. If you remember the original one, the green version, not the purple one, but the green one. I don't know which Elite line that was, but we made this one for that particular Macho Man, and it's fortunately they came out with the Macho Man that actually wears this jacket. So the new Wrestlemania Legends Macho Man now is the attire that goes with this jacket. So we just want to show you a little bit of the jacket close up. Again, you always see these items in the pictures, but it's hard to see them in the detail that they represent. So if you have paid attention to my previous video where we showed off the jacket associated with the new Macho Man that we were doing, because this one is a limited edition, so we're not really redoing this version, but the new version you can see in our latest video. Please go check that out. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let us know what you think. But in that video, we mentioned the fact that I was going to show you an example of what happens when you don't finish your clothing item. So those who do not sew, there's a difference in items that are finished versus not finished. So here's just a quick look. Let me move this out the way. Here's a quick look of an item that's not finished. Now, this is actually a Mattel shirt. Mattel has come a long way. This is one of the earlier shirts, but this is an example. As you see, if you don't finish like the sleeves or that type of thing at the bottom, so if you notice any with our shirts, we have stitching that goes across here and the neckline and on the sleeves. This is the reason, because guess what? Over time, and as you can see, over time, this will stretch and lose its shape if it's not finished. So now on the figure, so as you see, it's not finished. Now if you put it on your figure, yes, for maybe you may get a good year out of it if you don't display it. If you're just using it to display. But other than that, it will start to lose a shape. So that tightness shape, that fitted shape that you have going, it would lose that. And now this fits kind of big. And as you can see, it's kind of a little sloppy on the sleeves and that type of thing. So I just want to give you guys an example of that, so that when you're looking at purchasing clothing items for anybody that's out here, take those type of things into mind when you're purchasing. Now, back to the jacket. So here's an example of the jacket. Again, you will see this is why we're not reduplicating. This jacket was a trip to make. We've actually found some material that gave you that good glossy look, and it's beautiful. And I don't think the camera, I tried to shoot in Ultra HD so you guys can see that spark in it. That's what represented Macho Man. Now, as you see with the fringes have raveled up like this because I had it in a Ziploc for so long. Because again, like I said, I made this back with the Elite green version. I don't know which series that was, but anyway, here are the fringes. These were a trip to try to get these in here. The material, when you're trying to do these fringes on his item, and a lot of his stuff he wore fringes with, so it's not a Macho Man item without the fringes. And we tried to find some material to try to get the proper look. And when you're using anything material wise, if you do not find a way to keep it from fraying, So you see like here, when you cut the material, I'll try to get closer. When you cut the material, if there's something that you cannot put on it, or anything, or keep it prevented for fraying, like keep in mind, this is over maybe a 4-year-old jacket. But this is what happens if you, it starts to fray. And this isn't going to fray anymore unless you pull at it. But this is why we don't really do these fringes like this, or unless we can find material where you can pull that off with. Now, our new jacket, from our previous video, we don't have those problems because it's a different type of material. If you're using cotton or polyester, yeah, you got to figure out a way to prevent that item from fraying. Now, what we did to prevent this from fraying any more than what it did, we just basically overlaid it with super glue. So you can't see it, obviously, so I'll get real close. You can't see that it's super glue on here. But that's how we prevented the fraying. And it held. That's why it hasn't frayed anymore. But those are things that you want to look for, or that you notice. And like, again, if you don't sew, you don't know these things. So that's why we're making these videos. Because again, when people ask, hey, can you make me a jacket? Can you? If it can't be properly done, we won't do it. And these are the reasons why. We can throw something together, but if it's not going to give you the quality, what's the point? You wasted your money, we wasted our time. So we cut the middleman. Now, the jacket itself, like I said, love this material. We can't find this material anymore. But if you see the detail inside, and again, that's why I say we're doing these videos, because when you see the photos, you see it shot from one angle. That's it. You don't see what goes into making these items, and how much time it takes. And these are all done on like machine. To hand sew these, man, I've never seen anyone hand sew these. These are all done on the machine. So when we start getting items this small, that's, again, to replicate it, you know, a lot of people are like, oh my God, you know, it costs this. And again, this is the labor. You're seeing up close and personal the labor that's involved in making it. But once you see it on the figure, and once you see the pictures that it produces, and you see the longevity of the item, then you feel like you got your money's worth. So I hope this has been a little more in-depth into the process, and into what goes, the way we choose items that we replicate, or we choose items that we think are good fits for figures. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Please like or subscribe to the channel, because again, we got some more content coming down, and I think you guys will like it. So you guys stay safe out there and enjoy your day.